This is a Check This Out exclusive.
Of the 7.2 billion people on Earth, 3 billion have internet access. 2.1 billion are using social media right now.
Check This Out News, coming to you live.
Mike John's here at Check This Out News. You know how we get down. We got the big homie with us, Mr. Damon Dash, with us. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. Just got through killing it here at the Business of Music Conference. So I want to make this real quick, get in your head real quick. We've seen a lot with tech and how it's been both a ally for the culture, so to speak, as well. We find that we're early adapters of technology, but again, for black businesses, we don't tend to use technology. What's your take on that?
I just think because it's a new way of doing things, an older generation might not be as receptive to the millennial way of approaching distributing information and also just getting things bought and not understanding how much easier it is. So I think an understanding of it will probably make things a little easier, but people are going to have to kind of lead by example. And, everything is kind of like the Wild Wild West as it relates to tech. We're constantly understanding how to monetize tech and make it easier to monetize different things and how to monetize and distribute and all these kind of things. And I think once those examples and people see that an independent can do it for whatever color, right, it'll make it where people will do it a lot more. Some of us are ahead of the game, and a lot of being ahead of the game is just having an understanding of what's going on. I just think a clear understanding, it's like having a remote control and not knowing what it can do and just letting it sit there. But there's a lot of things that people understand that can do that are in their phone, and understanding that in your phone, that's like having a store in everybody's pocket that they can buy anything. Right. And you can talk to them, give them alarms, there's email, there's so many like screens, there's Facebook, there's all social media, the internet, it's just distribution with no middleman. Right.
Goddamn right.
So that's what the tech world brings. It brings a direct connection with your consumer.
I was just going to ask you that. How do you see, you've come from the days when you're a maverick at it, from seeing the CDs to the DVDs to MP3s to now streaming. And we've seen technology kind of push this along, and now we have Drake at the forefront. Drake and Chance the Rapper making some disruption in terms of streaming music. You as a maverick, how do you see this and what technology is doing and where it's going?
Well, new technology brings a new business model, which makes it where a different kind of artist can now be heard because they have the freedom to do so, and it's all in the numbers. It's not about it's not like a corporation could choose somebody and just invest in them. Now it's like you have to walk it like you talk it, and if you're really that good, people will be able to react, and you'll be able to monetize it and also track it. You'll be able to see all the data. So now guys like Drake and Chance the Rapper don't have to conform and get signed in a traditional way. Their work ethic and their music is what now is your reward. It's not about kissing anyone's ass anymore. It puts the artist in control, and it also eliminates a whole business model of people that do what I call culture vulturing. And they're trying to figure out how to do that. And it's our responsibility how to keep the control and not give the independence that having the technology and the tech world and the apps gives us back to them. Because that's what they do. They always make us buy our stuff back from them.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
So the tech thing gave us independence. Now it's our job to keep it.
And let me ask you this. Now, you're a big fan of social media, I take it. What's your favorite platform? And why?
It depends. Because what I like is the updates with the news. CNN. I like to look at Fox so I can be laughing at what they're saying. Right. There's the social media ones. It's so many.
Between Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, what's your IG person?
Instagram. I like Instagram.
What do you like and dislike?
It's like having your own television network.
Absolutely. What do you dislike about social media?
I don't dislike anything about it, but I can see where someone that's insecure, that's pretending, could really get aggravated. But it never really affected me, but I can see where an insecure person could feel away. But for business, there's nothing, it's straight distribution. They're giving you more time on IG. There's IGTV, you can play up to an hour. Right. I think that's the new form, because the attention span of these cats or the new kids isn't that long. So an hour is like 24 hours.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So if you had an hour worth of programming, damn, they have a television network. And you can play anything on IGTV, on the stories, you have live streaming. It gives you the ability to do anything on Instagram. I love Instagram.
Absolutely. We've had the pleasure of having the big homie Bob Johnson as well as Whack 100 on Check This Out. Two different characters talking about technology, and one of the things that they had in common was the word content. And I thought that was very interesting. From Bob Johnson's point of view, he said a famous line that really stuck with me. Cable television is nothing more than somebody else's content copied and transmitted.
Oh man, that's deep.
And that's interesting. He talks about, he gave a shout out to Damon, Diamond Silk, World Star Hip Hop. This is coming from Bob. So
he has UMC.
He has his own platform.
And they got some license for content from us.
Exactly. So I'm curious.
We went to China and we went to Jamaica. That's out now.
That's nice. That's
on
nice.
UMC.
So I'm kind of curious with social media, with the content that we have, and now there's this big play in terms of smartphone addiction, social media addiction. We need to have digital literacy in play, and a lot of times what we found, especially whacking the message, what do you say to the kids who follow their favorite rapper on social media, and then we have the 27 or 26 club where these rappers are dying at young ages, or doing some of the most illest things to get attention, because that's really what it's about, and they seem to figure that out, but we're doing the craziest things to get attention. And then there's a byproduct to this, that the kids think that that's the hot, sexy thing to do.
Information. You know, kids are young and they're going to learn on their own. But
impressionable.
Yeah, so I like to lead by example. So if they respect me and they still think I'm cool at 47,
yes,
and they respected how cool I was when I was their age, I talk it, I walk it.
Walk it like I talk it, walk it.
I give away information on hip-hop motivation, on YouTube. I have a book, Culture Vultures.
Yes.
You know, all I can do is speak of my experience. And I know that I don't like people talking at me, but I always looked at the people that I wanted to be like, and I just did what they did. So hopefully I'm trying to make information cool, understanding that, you know, the only time you need a publicity stunt is when you have lack of confidence in your actual talent.
Shots fired!
And if you have talent, that will speak for itself. And all that other stuff is a very dangerous shortcut, and the collateral damage isn't worth it. But, you know, this is what I've always been saying. We get in the music business to get out of the bullshit,
right? Not
to get in it. And, you know, the people that are monetizing it should be the ones that are stopping that. So if you see someone doing something crazy, even though there's freedom of speech, there should be some sort of like, don't pay a kid to beef, because that's what YouTube has been doing. And, you know, our dysfunction gets monetized. And the platforms that beef actually give us and incentivize us to do it by paying for this.
Right.
So they have to stop making money off of our dysfunction. And when a kid dies, the people that are distributing the information have to have some responsibility. And they should say something.
You spoke a little bit on hearing rumors of, and I don't know if it's rumors or facts, whatever, but Googling them, paying people.
Ain't no rumor. I know rappers that got paid by YouTube to beef and return and retaliate. 100. It's happening.
What? Holy. So you get paid for coonery.
I mean, yeah, or to reply and whatever happens after. Like, no one is responsible for the collateral damage of making that dollar. And the people that distribute it that are making money from it, they need to be the ones that have some sort of responsibility, some accountability.
I feel you on that.
Well, we have to start distributing, because I'm not going to distribute anything on my platforms that I consider negative to our culture.
Exactly. So,
no matter how profitable it is.
Speaking of that, on your platform, what separates your platform from what Bob Johnson has going on, from what World Star is going on?
He licenses. All my platform is completely original
content that you just license out.
I license out, and you can subscribe and see it from me, and I sell it to you any way you want to get it.
Sure.
I have a whole network, 24 hours.
Now,
game-studios.com. You go right now and see it right now.
People studying the game want to soak up the game. This is the book that they need to get. And then we also have The Secret to Balling.
That's Kenyatta's project, but I'm on it a lot.
Okay. Definitely give us some. What can we expect from you in 2020?
2020? 24-hour television network, streaming service, a ridiculous amount of programming, you know, health as well for my girl Raquel's. Movies, the list is done. Shot for Justice is done. That's starring Brian White, Columbus Short, Claudia Jordan. you know, radio. We got new vodka coming out, Dusko vodka. We got Dusko whiskey. You know, we have another. You know, we have our DDS 30.
How does the vodka work with diabetes? How's that?
It's great. There's no carbs in it. There's no carbs in vodka.
Okay.
Yeah. So
you already did the research on that.
I mean, I'm diabetic. I got a network.
Hello.
Yeah. And then you go to Dash Diabetes Network. It's an app. You get that right now.
Yeah.
And then we have Poppington, which is the clothing arm. We just acquired a building. We're opening that up. We have Poppington Cuts, where the kids get their haircut, but you buy the clothes. It's all. This is CEO clothing. It's all cut and sewed, made in America.
Oh, I love it.
Socks, all that. So Rachel Roy still own that. So that company.
Still keeping it bossy. Now you've been in the tech game for a minute, kind of doing your thing from back in the day. To also, you even have your own social media platform.
Well, I have a platform. It's a streaming service. It's called Dame Dash Studios. I have my own Netflix. So we always have our social media. I've been doing that. I had Block Savvy years ago.
Savvy, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
that was the beginning.
How's the game progress since?
It's all about content.
It's all about content.
Yeah, the platforms are going to evolve. It's always been about content for me. I'm the one that's been making content. I was making movies. That was how I sold Rockefeller. We did Streets is Watching first. State Property. We've always sold it by making it, but now we have to make it on our own. So that's what I've been doing. I've been learning and I've been running around the world just figuring out how to do this on our own but make it as good as anyone else's. Like, we're not making it good for urban. We want to be better than everybody. We want the chip for real. We want to be like Verizon and Comcast and all that. That's what I'm going for. Like, we're going to do Disney because those guys can't make music. I could. Those guys can't make clothes. I could. Those guys can't make movies. I could. And those guys are smart, but I'm smart too. So I'm smart, but I got the flavor as well. And I've done it. I put the groundwork in. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think I'm a bully. And that's why I don't want nobody else's money. I want to do it on my own because my brain, if my brain isn't what I say it is, then I'm going to need to do it how everyone else did it. If I got a brain, I can do it with my own. And that's the challenge. I can do it with anybody else's money. Raising money for fun and spending somebody else's and commissioning that's easy. But actually doing it, doing the creative process, being the creative and being the business, that's an art within itself. And looking cool while you do it, all of that. I'm a player coach. I'm in the game. I'm behind the camera and in front of the camera. I'm writing it in, I'm shooting it, and I'm acting it. I'm doing it all. And I'm empowering the people I love, and I've been doing that. Sure. So my ex-wife got a company. My wife currently got a company. My kids got companies. That's what we do. We only talk in boss. We only talk in ownership, in legacy, in future legacy. I'm first generation, and I'm proud to be able to pass something. But there should be second and third generation dashes. I'm not having them start from beginning again.
Are you going to be doing anything further in technology in the space?
Everything I distribute is going to be, technical. You know what I mean? Like, if I develop an app or whatever, but all it is figuring out how to distribute whatever I want to sell. That's technology. It's just distribution in your pocket. That's what technology is. Unless there's some 3D shit, or we could go start to get, like I want to know what's going on Mars now, and with this whole, like I'm starting to, I want to know what's happening.
Space races.
I want to know what the other planets are doing. What's going on with how they're doing distribution. I want to know what's going on there.
Sure. This is Tech This Out News. We got the big homie Dame Dash with us. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Absolutely.
So say the dark secret. Signing out. Peace. Peace.